Hello.
Hello.
Got my candles lit. Hey, Sasha.
Hi.
It's pretty.
How was the wedding?
Oh my goodness. It was beautiful and lovely.
Aw.
Exhausting.
Exhausting. Yeah.
Yeah, of course it was exhausting.
Right. I was telling Greg yesterday, we were talking about it, and I'm like, yeah, and you were still completely filthy an hour before the wedding. And he's like, no, I wasn't. I was, yes, you were. He's like, oh, yeah. And I jumped in the pool. I'm like, right. He cleans up pretty fast, though.
Okay. Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, there you are.
Here we are.
So I'm doing great.
Oh, good.
I feel like I've finally come down off of the training and everything going on. And we just hosted, for a week, we hosted 50 playwrights and authors at the house in Ojai.
What?
And that was fascinating to sit in with a whole bunch of artists listening. Well, first of all, seeing these plays, all of which had to do with like Me Too and racism and poverty. But then to listen
Thank you
to
so much. It was delicious.
You got a side dish.
Hello?
Okay, hold on. Let's everybody mute themselves, please.
Anyway, just
I
there's
got
like
you.
a whole vocabulary around analyzing creative works that I just don't know.
Wow.
And so it was really fun. And there were two plays I just loved. One was, did you ever read The Crucible? Like
Yeah.
back? Okay, so there was one play called John Proctor is a Villain, and it was set in rural Georgia, and a group of high school seniors were reading The Crucible. So it was like the whole contrast of, the Salem witch hunts to the Me Too movement, and it.
Okay, oh, there we go. Sorry
Anyway,
about that.
I'm good. I'm going to mute now.
That's fantastic. I'm so glad you're back with us, honey bunny. I think I got my internet straightened out now too. Okay, and Sasha, have you met Marcia? Marcia, have you met Sasha? Oh, you're muted. You're both
Hi,
muted.
Sasha. No, I haven't. Hi, nice to meet you. Sounds like very interesting work you're doing.
Hi, nice to meet you too. Where are you?
I'm in Oregon right now, getting ready to drive home to West Marin. Are you in Ojai?
Okay. I split my time between Woodside and Ojai, and my parents are up in West Marin.
Oh,
Thank you.
yeah. I live right near Antonia and Greg.
Oh, lovely. Lucky you.
Yay.
All right, I'm going to mute again.
Okay, and Marcia, did you say you wanted to go first and then get off, or?
I might have to get off because we're driving home from Oregon, and I'm so I would love to go first if that's okay with Sasha.
Okay. Go for it. I got your email.
So, what?
I got your email.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I think that Sasha doesn't know anything about me or what I'm doing, but right now my focus is on my mental health, and I'm wondering if my dosage that I went up on is too high or not, and I keep getting unclear answers to my yes/no questions, like is 10 too much, is right too much, is right the proper amount for now. I'm sorry, right. My friend's driving, you're going, should I go left or right? Is 15 the right amount? And I can't get a sense of, is this the right medication for me? Is this the right dosage for me? Because I feel like the last maybe 4 or 5 days since I went up in my dosage a week ago, I've been feeling worse.
Okay. All right. So when you start a session, are you opening with the 4 questions?
Always.
Okay, perfect. And then give me a sense of what since this is a core talk call and we're talking about how to ask questions. Oh my gosh, here, wait, I have to turn on the recording. Oh, it is recording. I did it automatically. Yay. Whoo. Okay, good. Core talk call, self-healing mastery. Excellent. We'll continue. So give me an example of what you do when you start and how you lead up to asking about dosage and such like that.
So I just ask, show me a yes, show me a no. Am I Marsha? Am I alone in my auric field? Am I 67? And is this a good time to talk?
Okay. And then you go right into and then tell me how you continue.
So, let's see. I sometimes say I'd like to know if this medication is the right medication for me at this time and the appropriate dosage. And then I ask specifically, is 10 milligrams the right dosage for me right now? Or will it make me feel better? Or will it help me?
Okay.
Those kinds of questions.
Okay. And then you're saying that you don't get, that the answers you get tell me about the answers you're getting.
So sometimes I get that this is the right medication for me, and 10 milligrams is not the right, 5 milligrams is not the right dose, 15 milligrams is not the right dose, 20 milligrams is not the right dose, above 20 milligrams is not the right dose. So in other words, there is no right dose.
But well, I'm not sure about that, but so do you break it down into like 15, 16, 17, like that?
Well, they don't have those options for taking these meds.
Well, your body doesn't care what options they have. It has what it wants, and that's what we need to get at. Because you could
that makes sense.
Right. Because your body doesn't give a shit about whatever, how the pills are formed. It wants to give you the right amount for your body. And there are different that you can divide it up so that even if it's like in 5, like if you do a half a pill is a 5 or something like that, and you do it 2 times a day, then you could actually still, even in a smaller division, you could get the right amount in a day. Does that make sense? Yeah, so you need to go into smaller.
Yeah, these pills.
Yeah.
Yeah, these pills are really, really hard to cut, even in half. So they're very hard to get proper dosing. But I love your idea.
Yeah, and if you have a pill cutter, that makes it a lot easier too. And
if I have a what?
A pill cutter. It's a little. I have one. If you want to borrow it.
Oh, I have.
Okay.
I've got 2, and neither of them cut.
Yeah. So I would say, oops. Oh, I think we lost her, huh? Oh no, here she comes.
Yeah.
There you are. Good.
I'm almost at a place where I can join on my computer for a little bit, so I'll do that as soon as I get in. But that's a great suggestion. So go up in implements of
1.
Well,
just do 1. 11, 10, 11, 12, like that.
Okay. And are you going to be using your pendulum today to verify anything for anybody?
I have it.
You're just helping with court.
Yeah, that's
Would you ask about this? Yeah.
yeah, you have a few more minutes here. So Marcia, are you here? Are y'all alone
Yes.
in the field? Is it okay if we talk? Are you here in West Marin with me? Yeah. And can we answer questions about the dosing of your medication? Yes. Which one are we talking about?
Lexapro.
Okay, can we ask Marcia questions about Lexapro? Yes. And are you currently taking that? Yes. How much are you taking, Marcia?
15 milligrams right now.
And that was up from 10 from a week ago or so, or two?
Yeah, about 10 days I went up from 10.
Okay, so you're at 15 a day body, is that right? And is that the ultimate amount for you? What?
No, it can go up higher.
I'm sorry, is that the optimal amount for you? And it says no. Is there a different amount do you feel like that's too much? Yes. Is there a different amount that you would like to be taking right now? Yes. Is that 10 a day? No. Is that 11 a day? No. 12? 13? 13.
Yeah, how about 12.5?
Would 12.5 be all right? Yes.
Yeah.
So now, do you have to take that down incrementally, or can you just go there?
I can just go there, I think. I'll ask my psychiatrist tomorrow.
Do that, because you never go cold turkey. All of you, I'm sure you know that, never go cold turkey on anything. Bad news, bears there. Yes.
Great. Thank
So
you.
there's something in between. Yeah. So 12.5, I think, would work for you.
Great.
Okay. Is there any other questions you have?
I'd just like to ask about all the other supplements and the one other med, the Ativan. Is the Ativan still safe for me to be taking?
Is Ativan still safe for you to take? Yes. Are you having any negative reactions to it? No. So I think that, do you get angry about all this? Yes. Do you need to clear your liver meridian about this a lot? Yes. Do you need to clear your gallbladder meridian about this a lot? Yes. You get angry about it? You need to clear those meridians immediately. Okay? Because you get to the anger, you don't do it, nothing happens about it, and then it goes to depression.
Yeah.
So as soon as you feel that anger about being on the medication, clear your liver and your gallbladder.
Okay.
Promise?
I promise.
Okay. I think that'll help, honey.
Yeah, thank you.
Getting angry doesn't help when you're trying to help yourself like this. And that's what you're doing, is you're helping yourself.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sweetheart. All right. Do you feel complete?
I feel complete. Yes, thanks.
Yay. Lovely. Thank you so much, and have a safe drive.
Thank you.
All right. You're welcome. All right. Sasha.
Hi.
Hey.
So one of the things I realized when I was packing up from Ojai is that I had taken down my binder from you guys just to try to start diving into this more, and I never got it. But there's like nothing else on my plate right now, so I'm really excited to kind of do a deep dive. And then even this morning, so we were at Stanford getting vaccines for yellow
Oh, shoot. Did I freeze again? Or did she freeze?
I see.
I mean, like,
Froze.
Okay,
oh,
there you go. You got vaccines for yellow fever?
yeah, because Uganda won't let you into the country if you haven't had one. And so I know this whole vaccine had come up in my Kundalini yoga training, and everyone's just like, well, we won't go to countries where you have to have it. I'm like, okay, well, I hadn't really thought about that. And I am anti-vaccine. And then after you get the shot, they want you to wait 20 minutes to make sure you have no side effects, in that moment. And I'm sitting there, and after like 15 minutes, I'm like, I'm fine. And I'm like, oh, and I got out my pendulum. I'm like, and I just just did a check-in that there weren't going to be side effects from getting this vaccine, and that I could leave. And it was just such a wonderful tool to have. And then 3 days ago, I loosely started to follow this Whole30 diet, where you cut out all dairy and grains and sugar and alcohol and legumes, because Catherine's doing it. And I really think, I think my issue is sugar, maybe not some of that other stuff. But then just listening now, I'm like, oh my gosh, this would be such a great thing to use my pendulum to check in.
Yes.
And just to get clear, oh, I think sometimes I'm like an all or nothing person. And so this seemed so drastic to me. I'm like, okay, maybe if I cut all this out, I really won't be tempted by the sugar.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, I mean, I'm about to go to Africa. And so, I know I can keep the gluten out more or less. But I think I probably need to be a little flexible. So anyway, I kind of want to just ask about that diet and what are my big things? I'm pretty sure it's just sugar, but otherwise I really have nothing going on. I'm so happy right now.
Yay.
Just to have had 2 weeks be surrounded by all these writers and directors and dramaturgs and then actors was really inspiring. So inspiring.
That sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
When are
But
you going?
I'm still very much in that.
Sorry I interrupted. Uh-oh. That's her bandwidth again.
Speaking of which, I would love to look at the calendar with you and see if I could see you and Greg September 4th.
Okay, let me send you an email.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I could rush up next week, but I won't have seen you July and September. So I don't know if there's any way we could do beginning of September, end of September.
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah. We got to get
just
everybody's.
send me an
Yeah, we'll do that. Perfect.
Okay.
So now, when are you going to Africa?
September 6th.
Okay. Perfect. So now,
And then I get back the 27th.
27th?
27.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. So do you know how to ask about foods?
No, I mean, I've never done it. So
Awesome.
obviously I asked myself the 4 questions.
Yep.
I know. Me with all my food issues. I've never done it.
That's why we're here. Yay. Yep. So do the 4
okay.
questions.
Am I Alexander? Am I all alone in my auric field? Am I 55? It's wavering on that one. Is it okay to talk about food sensitivities?
Perfect
Yes.
question. Yep.
So should I just start with a like overall question about the Whole30 diet?
Oh, you could. Yeah. Ask if you're, you know, and then there's the difference between liking it and needing it, or if it's optimal for you.
Okay. Okay. So, you know, I just started the Whole30 diet. Yes. Is this an optimal diet for me? No.
I'm shocked.
Okay.
You could ask if you like parts of it.
Do I like parts of the diet? Yes. Is sugar the most important thing for me to eliminate?
Yeah, see, you know.
Yeah.
And then just go ahead
Is there
and,
something else? Is there something else I need to eliminate?
right.
No.
Perfect. See, you know this.
Okay, wait. Am I okay with grains? Am I okay with legumes? Oh, it's not so sure about legumes.
Okay,
No,
and
doesn't like legumes.
that would be a
Okay,
good one to
wait.
fix before Africa, that's for sure.
So all legumes? Not all legumes.
Right.
Oh, geez.
Let's,
Geez
are
Louise.
you okay with lentils?
Can I have, wait, that's not even the one I care about.
Okay.
Are chickpeas okay for me? No. Ratty tatty.
What
What about lentils?
Okay.
What?
Are they optimal? Okay is all right to use too, but there could be a little confusion.
Oh, okay. Are chickpeas optimal? No.
Okay.
Very strong no. Rats. What about lentils? Are lentils okay? Optimal? Yes.
Well, that's good because they have a lot of lentils there.
Yeah, I know.
So, but you know, that's not a showstopper because you can get rid of that negative association.
Oh, with chickpeas?
Yep.
Okay, what do I do?
Okay, so you can say, do I have a negative association to chickpeas?
Do I have a negative association to chickpeas? No.
Do I digest them optimally?
Do I digest chickpeas optimally? No.
Am I allergic to chickpeas?
Am I allergic to chickpeas? Yes.
Okay, so that's the same thing, but you know, that's your body saying, no, I'm allergic to them, but it's the same thing as a negative association. And then you would start, and maybe I'll make a video of this to put on, to give to you guys. Then you would say, do you know when this, and then for you, you'd say an allergy started.
Okay. Do you know when this allergy started? Yes.
Okay, and start your timeline. Was it before I was 10?
Was it before I was 10? No. Was it before I was 20? Was it before I was 30? Fascinating.
Yeah, it was very fast.
Was it before I was 40? So sometime between 30 and 40.
Narrow it down.
Okay.
Before 35?
Was it before I was 35? No.
At 35?
Was it at 35? It's just hanging straight,
And then-
vibrating violently.
And then go 36?
Was it when I was 36? Yes.
It probably started when you were 35, but I didn't want to say that. Did something happen at 37 just to try and narrow it in?
Did anything happen at 37 around this allergy? Yes.
And then, so since you're getting that answer, ask about 38, 39.
38. Something at 39 around chickpeas? No.
Okay. So now you have 35, 6, 7, and 8. What was happening
Yeah.
during that time? And this is for all of you.
Well, I feel like that was kind of all the post diagnosis of chronic fatigue syndrome and me taking my thyroid out. And it's like the tail end of me just being exhausted all the time and so lost. And probably the start of the time where I started to feel a little bit like I was chomping at the bit about being married. Oh, it's going, yes.
Yeah. And then, so you've pinpointed kind of the feeling and the time, you know, what was happening is, did something give me a negative association to chickpeas at that time?
Did something give me a negative association to chickpeas at that time? Yes.
Was it about the diet? See, now, the hit I'm getting is that it was something that you got told about chickpeas or something that you felt like you had to eat stuff like that because it was healthy, or I'm not sure.
Okay. Is it something that I got told about needing to eat chickpeas? Yes.
And did you
Where
appreciate?
do I take this?
Well, then, I mean, because not everybody likes to be told what they have to do, right? So it's like kind of the, you know, don't tell me what I'm going to do about my diet. I don't want to do what you're telling me I have to do. That's the hit I got anyway.
It's so funny because I would say I used to hate chickpeas and hummus, and now I love it.
And that's
Did
why
I like chickpeas? Did I like chickpeas back then? Yes. Oh, it's saying I did like them.
But your question about when that actually happened was a little fuzzy. So before
Okay.
the negative association happened, did I like chickpeas?
Okay. Before the negative association happened, did I like chickpeas? No.
See, and then somebody's basically saying, well, this is a really good healthy food for you to eat, and you're like, I hate that. F you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're running out of time a little bit,
Okay.
but so you can continue this because you're right on the brink of it. Is you
Okay.
can ask, so is that, am I angry about being told I have to eat chickpeas? So actually just finish it up because you're right there.
Okay. Am I angry about having been told I need to eat chickpeas then? Yes.
Is that stuck in my liver meridian?
Is that stuck in my liver meridian? No.
Gallbladder. You should be telling
Gallbladder?
me that.
It's getting a little yes for gallbladder.
Yeah. So then what I would suggest is you run your gallbladder, ask if
Okay.
there's more meridians, run any meridians that it asks, and then when you clear all that up, you ask if in a couple days, will I have an allergy or a negative association to chickpeas?
Okay.
And the answer should be no.
Okay.
And we can follow
All
that.
right.
Yeah, let me know how that goes. I want to hear
I
it.
will.
That's a good one. And then
I
do the
will.
same process with the other legumes.
Okay. I will.
Yay.
I'll do this about the whole diet. Thank you.
You're
That was
welcome,
so
sweetheart.
powerful.
Woo! Perfect.
All right.
All righty.
Day to y'all.
Okay, you too.
Bye.
Bye. All right, who would like to be next, Linda or James?
I'm gonna have to get off the call shortly. I have
Okay.
camp.
Oh, yes. So you better go.
Things have been good in terms of my, I think, getting things done, acting more quickly with doing things, less procrastination. One thing we have coming up is I know Linda has decided that she's not putting anything off anymore and everything has to get done.
Woo, woo, woo.
And I'm like, no. Part of it is this Saturday, want to do a work day at the dojo, get some painting done and some cleaning up. And I agree it needs to be done. We were trying to get it done back over the holidays, and now it's just, I'm resisting. I feel like it just feels difficult to involve others, because when we say a work day, we were talking about putting it out to the dojo community and say, we're going to be here on Saturday from blah, blah, blah. Here's a list of things that we're going to be doing. Come join us if you like.
Yeah.
And when I say that, it just makes me think of all the coordination that's involved in a work day. I've done the men's kind of work day at not men's work day, but work days with the church.
Yeah.
And there's always a point person that, has all the tools and supplies and coordinates all of that stuff. And then having people, here, you go do this, you go do that. And just the thought of putting all that together, just like, ah. But I know for it to, be successful, it needs to be like that. And so my inclination is to just say, all right, Linda, it's just you and me.
Right. And you don't want to do that. So let's jump into the questions and find out what's blocked about it. Damn.
Okay.
He's like, oh, I gotta go.
Yeah, I've got to go.
Gotta go. Time's up.
Time's up.
And to tell you the truth, we had a work day before the wedding and it wasn't as bad as I thought. I'm with you about asking for help. I hate asking for help.
All right, show me a yes. And show me a no. All right. Am I here? Am I alone in my orc? Yes. Am I 60? Am I still 65?
Woo!
No? Really? Let's try that again. Am I 65? Okay, yes.
Okay.
Is it okay to talk? And I feel like I missed a question.
No, but so you got a little clue right there because it was saying you weren't 65 for a minute. So
Mhm.
that is, and then your body said, all right, I am, but the point is I'm showing you a different age that you're going back to when you get a little stressed about having to take that responsibility on for the workday.
Mhm.
So,
Okay.
so to clue into that, then it's like, oh, so maybe there's another time that I was stressed about that, and you might want to ask, so is there a time when stress about something like that, started?
Is there a time in my life when I had gotten stressed about coordinating a workday? Not a big no, but no.
Well, it probably has to do with the specificity, because it might not have been a work day, but it might have been something that you were kind of responsible for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Um, was there something in my past that stressed me out because I was kind of the lead person or had responsibilities for the success of things? Yes.
There you go. Now, are you getting any mental hits from your intuition about what that might have been?
Um, not really. I was trying to think of different things that I may have been responsible for. You know, we have a barbecue coming up, and it's a potluck barbecue, but it's same drill every year in terms of getting the word out, putting a doodle together.
Ask if it's that.
Am I stressed about the upcoming barbecue? Yes.
And does this stress relate to that stress, or however you want to say that?
I forgot what stress I'm having here. No,
Not wanting to have.
no, the work day.
Yeah.
Is my workday stress related to the barbecue coming up? Yes. Guess I'd rather be just barbecuing than having a work day, huh?
Well, I think so now so there's a kind of a stress there that's about that. So go back and find out, when did this stress around organizing these kind of activities start?
The stress that I'm experiencing started when I was much younger. Was it before I was 60? Before 50? Before 40? So it was after 40. Was I 45? After 45. About 44. 43. 42. I was 42.
What happened at 42
Okay.
with all this?
42. When was 42? Let's see, what year would that have been? 90, 95, 1995. 1995, we were only, the big thing that comes up was sale of the house or renting the house.
Getting the house ready for that?
Yeah, it may have been the year that, so 95. Did it have to do with either buying or selling our home? Yes.
Which one?
Was it Buying a home? Yes. Was it selling the home? No. So buying the home. Did it have to do with the whole mortgage process? Yes.
Is it about money then? Or, oh, you had to sign all those papers and put yourself out there. That's scary as hell. Is it that? Or how did you feel about that?
Was I stressed about all the paperwork that I had to sign? Yes.
You know, and so what I see is that that's a lot of responsibility. All of those papers to sign, and every single one is, you know, has loads of details, and that's really scary. What if you miss something? What if, you know, what if this one isn't right? What if I don't know everything about everything that's going on? Does that feel kind of like how that felt?
Something that came up. Does it have to do with whether or not we should have purchased this house? Yes. Was it something that I wanted to do? No. Was it stressful because I did it anyway? Yes.
And is that how you feel about the cleanup day?
And do I feel the same way about the cleanup date? No.
No, not as stressful, probably.
A question I have, was it conflictual with you and Liz?
Not sure. Did it have anything to do with Liz and I, or our relationship?
Good question.
No.
Was it about personal responsibility?
Was it about personal responsibility? Yes.
Was that scary?
And was that scary? Yes.
And was that stuck in your bladder meridian?
And was that stuck in my bladder meridian? Yes.
Okay. So what I would like you to do is kind of like what we talked about with Alex, clear your bladder and then ask about kidney. And then ask if there's any other emotions. And because you want to get rid of that core time, and this is the same for everybody. You lift the weight off of the core time that kind of inspired how you're feeling now. You lift the weight off of that, and when you get it all clear, then you say, okay, come back to present age, and is there fear around doing the workday? Or is there another emotion stuck around doing the workday? And then just clear them out the same until there's no emotion stuck about the workday. And then it'll just be a heck of a lot easier to just go for it.
Okay.
Yeah. And you might want to, at the end, throw in a question is there anything about asking for help that is stuck? Because that's a hard one.
Yeah, that I could feel that.
That's the next question. So you'll do that?
Yes.
Okay. Linda,
will.
oh, good. That's awesome. Good to know. It's Saturday, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
All righty. Make that list of chores that need to get done.
Yeah, I actually already started doing that.
Perfect.
So.
That's the hardest part.
Okay. Well,
All
thank
right.
you.
You're welcome. Do you feel complete?
I do.
Oh, good.
And I know when I come on these calls, I'm never sure what it is I'm going to talk about, but I guess it just knows and it comes up.
Exactly. You're wonderful at doing that.
All right. Thank you.
All right. You're welcome. Thank you.
And Linda, you can fill me in later.
Okay.
Okay. Good.
Bye, everyone.
All right. Bye. Linda, thank you.
So, couple things. What I'm noticing about this work is that, like a session or two ago, we did some work around this emotional response that I was going to get hit, not physically, but emotionally.
Yeah.
And I don't feel that anymore.
Yay, that's so huge.
It's so interesting how these patterns have been lifetime patterns, really, as long as I can remember. And then I just noticed they're gone.
That is so amazing. And you might have a little whisper of it once in a while, but that's just, and isn't that refreshing not to have that?
Yeah, and in fact, I had a situation in the past week where it was a very conflictual situation. And I just, was comfortable holding my own, holding the boundary, and with no sense of fear. It's like.
That's awesome.
And then the other one was around exercise. And
Oh, yeah.
we did the work around the session, and then at this networking group I go to, there was a discussion question around time. And so I talked about how whenever we travel or I travel, it like knocks my routines off.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so what I realized is that when I come back from something like that, I feel behind.
Oh,
So my mind is saying, oh, there's not time, there's not time, there's not time.
right.
So anyway, last week, I just put my routines back in place.
There you go.
And so I went to the gym twice last week, and I've been doing my morning practice, gratitude meditation, whatnot. And, I'm just doing it.
There's nothing in your way.
Right. So I think,
Wow.
what I'd like to focus on is, again, I keep coming back to how I'm going to structure my programs and so forth going forward.
Yep.
And so, and I don't know how to ask questions around this, but basically I have the private coaching that I do, just regular coaching. I have curriculum-based coaching.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have the Momentum Circle.
Okay.
And then I haven't, with this Coaches Console, I haven't started putting my programs online yet.
Mm-hmm.
And so with Coaches Console, I have it, technically I probably have it 90% set up.
Right.
But it feels wobbly, because I haven't really used it much with people.
Mm-hmm.
And so James asked, is there a way, I can test it? And so one of the ideas I had was to offer one of my programs at Unity, and kind of do it as a beta and just see how it goes.
Yeah.
So I think where I'm confused is, how do I say this? What's the centerpiece? Is the centerpiece the curriculum, and I can do that privately, I can do it in the group, or I can do it DIY, or are the centerpiece, just the private coaching, and it could be just regular coaching, or it could include curriculum.
It's interesting. That it reminds me when you talk about a centerpiece.
Mm-hmm.
So that reminds me of people talking about a signature program.
Right.
And how really maybe that's not a way you want to organize your thinking around a signature program or a centerpiece.
Right.
Maybe the way to organize your thinking is about where people want to settle, and that has to do more with price point and amount of service that you deliver. So it's almost like, and we were talking about this a little bit last time, I think, but in kind of different terms. It's like you have your one-on-one clients that get you 100% one-on-one, and they can pay all the money they want to because they don't want to do it online. Bye, Sasha. Bye. They don't want to do it online. They don't have to do it online. They just want you, and you charge the big bucks for that. And then maybe the next level down is you have your group coaching, or maybe your small group coaching, where they get a lot of your programs and some of your time. And then you have your online program, where they get a little bit of your time and a bunch of online program. And then the bottom thing is they get a little online program. So you see how it's more about your time and the money versus, and at the top level, they get a lot of you and they pay more money. And then at the bottom, according to what they can afford and what they want, at the bottom of it, they just get a DIY thing.
So let me just talk about a couple of examples and see how it shakes out. So I have part of what brought up the idea about doing the virtual class for Unity is I have a number of people who would like to do more work with me, but maybe they're on a fixed income or unemployed, or so I think an online program with like group Q&A or something like that,
right,
would work.
Yes. And that would still be one level up from just go do it yourself.
Mm-hmm. So online plus, let's say, Q&A.
Yes.
So with Momentum Circle, we took a pause in August because Shira and Phil moved to Montana, and Leslie was in the middle of stuff. Anyway, Karen was on vacation, and so I'm looking at how to restructure that. My preference with Momentum Circle is that it's a combination of group and one-to-one. I think it just works better.
Yep.
But I've had, some people where they've only been doing the program, and I just don't think that works all that well.
They've only been doing the
Just the group.
just the group, right? Because
And then I said this last time, that I have some clients who don't want curriculum. They just want time, thinking partner.
yeah,
And then there's people who want the curriculum. And, there is some like dealing with the current situation versus long-term trajectory.
yep.
So if there's someone who wants to work with me one-to-one, it could be either just regular coaching or curriculum. It's just,
Yeah.
so the curriculum would be included.
Yes, if they are doing a longer term.
Right. I'm thinking that, well, here's a couple of examples. In Coaches Console, they talk about a 3-month jumpstart program.
Mm-hmm.
And it's interesting, they mostly do 3 40-minute sessions a month versus 2 1-hour sessions. Anyway, so 3 40-minute sessions a month over 3 months, in 9 sessions, $2,400.
Okay.
And then a 6-month program, same 3 sessions a month, for $4,500. And he calls that the Total Results Program.
Okay.
And with the Total Results Program, she includes her curriculum.
Which is how much, and it also depends on how much curriculum, if it's 1 course or if it's 5 courses.
And then it usually includes, like, if there's group programs, access to group programs.
Okay. And everybody's different.
Right. So maybe so part of why I'm asking is that I want to do a refresh on my website.
Mm-hmm.
And looking at what I want to give, like right now I have the Momentum Circle, the private coaching, and the 3 categories are financial mentoring, business coaching, and mindset. So coming back to what you were saying is focusing about, well, it's really about if they want to work in a group or if they want to work privately.
Exactly.
And it's, is there a specific question where curriculum is appropriate versus more ad hoc kind of coaching?
As far as if you would give them the materials?
Well, no, it's more that some people know where they're headed. They need structure, accountability, and support for execution. And then there's other people who are at a crossroads.
Mm-hmm.
And so then the curriculum is useful for them.
Right. And so then you also add the part in as far as, okay, when am I teaching these things? And then would they want to have, so if they wanted DIY, the curriculum, then they can probably get it. Or, if you want to just give give them a DIY, or you wait, or both, a combination of both. We do both. You wait until you are doing a quote live version of the training, and then they come into that group
Right.
and do it that way.
I'm very gun shy about a group program right now. That's part of why I wanted to do it at Unity to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
Is it's so much easier to do the private work.
Yeah.
I watch you guys, I've watched other people, do these big launches, and it's like, so I'm
Yeah.
sort of looking at it in terms of, I'll do a group program if I can do it within some kind of an organization. Otherwise, I'm going to stick to private until I build up more of a following, where it's not such hard work to actually get a group program going. And what I'm thinking with, if I offer something at Unity, I just need a core group.
Yeah.
And if people can register through Unity, I have to talk to Medora about this. And if I could bring other people in.
Right.
So I don't know how the payment process works like that, but.
You mean the Unity people wouldn't pay and the other people would?
No, the Unity people would pay. I mean, typically the way it works is the money, if it's a Unity program, the money flows through Unity, and then I get paid a percentage.
Yeah.
Versus if it came through me and then
Yeah.
we did a promo code or something like that.
Right. So Unity would just be an affiliate,
Right.
and everybody that would be zero, and then that they would basically let's see, because they would pay Unity though, right?
Well, that's what I have to work out is I would rather have everything flow through me
Yes.
and then have an affiliate, because it could be, that I'm offering it to other Unity churches,
Yeah.
and then they could be affiliates as well.
Right. So if you get that affiliate link and give it, you'd have different ones for different churches, just so you
Right.
would know, and they would all have the same, or whatever your price point is, and then who you then have to give your kickback to.
Right. So I'll have to work that out with Medora and Tim.
Yeah.
I think that's how I'm going to do group stuff.
That sounds good, But, the whole deal is really that once you have your material down, it's only about getting the people in, right?
Mm-hmm.
In different ways. And the launches is all about just, how do you get people in, and how do you get more people on your list, and how do you get the widest reach and all that kind of thing. And that's what's all the brouhaha about launches, is just trying to get more people to see you.
Right.
Because once you have the course or whatever, the course done, then it's like, okay, you have all those emails, you have all the course material, and it does take some time, but it's not half as bad.
Mm-hmm.
The second or the third time you run it, and then pretty soon it's just easy peasy.
Okay, well, let me noodle with this, because my intention is over these next 3 weeks to make this all happen.
Perfect. Woohoo!
So
That sounds wonderful. You are moving. You're doing it. Yeah, that's awesome.
So thank you.
You're welcome. Yay.
And then at some point, we should schedule my August session.
Yeah, let's, so maybe I'll send an email to everyone or if you know of some times that are good for you, let's just start working that out.
Um,
I mean, on email.
yeah, okay.
Okay, if you have some times you'd like, send them to me.
Okay, we'll do.
Perfect.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Marcia. All right. Okay, see you later.
Bye.
Bye.